Again, the meetings just go till everyone just gets tired and falls asleep. You know what I mean? And so we got some cool stuff for you tonight. And what we want to do is we actually want to give out the prize money that was won in the contest. Okay? And so we will go actually last place first. Now remember, if you guys were selling live stream tickets, in addition to the commissions that you earned for that, and Dee didn't even know she was getting commissions, but yes, you were. And Justin, by the way, he crossed over 50,000 this month. Give him a hand. Vitaly just hit Boss Maker Silver. Give him a hand. Yeah. All right. Do we have any other rank advancements in the room to celebrate? He just qualified for Diamond. Michael Martin. Give him a hand. Any other ones? Anybody else in here? New rank? Any new ranks in the room? Oh, golds, right? Give them a hand. All right, so the first one's not here, Kappa Kaoma, but he made $500, and so we're actually going to give your $500 to somebody random in the room. I'm joking. I'm joking, but you need to be at the events. We wish you were here. So congratulations on taking 5th place in the live stream ticket sales contest. Kappa, is that how you pronounce that? Yeah. I've never met, huh? Yeah. Yep, Kappa. Kappa, congratulations. We want to congratulate you. Give him a hand, everybody. Give him a hand. Okay. 4th place are also not here. They were here this whole weekend, and that's Kevin and Kim Sousa. I got to concentrate because of how that's spelled. They actually won $1,000. Let's hold up their $1,000 at least. Come on, hold it up. There's $1,000 we got right there. We'll just transfer it to your e-wallet account, so you'll still get the money, Kevin and Kim. So next person is also not here, right? But this is actually a legitimate reason, and so we are going to give his prize money to Michael Martin because he's here to and Alex to claim it because yeah, they're all on the same team, and so the reason he's not here. Anybody know why John's not here? Right? He actually had to get emergency back surgery, and we're lucky he did not lose his ability to walk. So he's in the leadership council, but he's been on this entire live stream making sales and participating, and it's his only event he's ever missed since he's been in, and he's been attending the live stream. And so everybody just, he's been doing great. His pain is gone, right? But the doctor said, no way, you can't travel, and that is a legitimate reason because his back is important. His legs are important, and John, we just want to tell you, we love you, man. And so you guys, this is John's prize money here, so just hold it up and celebrate for him. And everybody celebrate John Oates. John, we love you, brother. We love you. Okay, now we have Michael Martin. Michael Martin, just go ahead and hold this up. We got $2,000 cash, my friend, so show everybody. Congratulations. And number 1 prize winner is Lawrence Tam. $5,000. Hey there, appreciate you. Everybody give Lawrence a hand. He hands it over. Hey, so do we have a microphone or anything? Do we have a microphone? So, I mean, you won number 1 place, so maybe you could just share with people some things that you did.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
I was going to whack him.
So they say put down the phone, pick up a paycheck. Mm-hmm. That's for prospects. My goal, I give this to my wife because the idea was every day, once the contest started, I'm going to close one person to buy into the idea that they need to watch this. If they're not coming and they couldn't earn it, I picked up the phone, made sure I closed at least one every single day. And that's what I did.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Now, I want you guys you think about this, and here's why, right? Remember what we were saying, success is built daily, not in a day, right? And literally, someone could have just, with a big team, right? Now, it would have taken a little bit of a team to do that. They could have just said, I'm going to close, 2 people a day.
Yeah.
And they would have won first place.
Yeah.
Really, because that wasn't hard.
No, just be very, very consistent every day. It's like on my computer screen, call as many people you need to do to close 1 ticket per day.
Yeah, and by the way, guys, think about this as a pattern. If you could bring in a couple people a day to Empower Network and get one person to make a decision to attend the next event, how much money do you think you could make by the next event if you just did that and you went to the next event with 90 frontline team members?
Yeah. Well, cool story. I have a guy who's been kind of on and off with Empower, and I called him. He's like, hey, I'm going to be at my dad's house. I can't watch it. I was like, well, there's a recording. So thank you for including recordings. Mm-hmm. Because of that, he actually snuck on, and he became a coach on the coaching program.
Oh, wow.
For someone I didn't think would even show up.
What's his name?
Chris Norton. Chris
Norton. Everybody give him a hand.
Yeah.
So that's cool. By the way, how much time is there left before that comes off the market? It's gone? No, it's not gone. 26 minutes. 26 minutes and your time runs out. Hey, how much you made this month, by the way? Total.
I don't know. How much
you make them out?
44. Well, see, the thing is, once you hit diamond, it disappears. I don't even know what you make.
You gotta look at stats. And
Stats.
Not as accurate, but close.
Yeah, I don't know.
Lost track?
Yeah, I don't know.
How'd you like to lose track?
I'm just hustling, man.
Yeah. Just diamond, you break the income stats. That's the goal, right?
Yeah.
Right. So awesome, man. I just want to tell you I love you. I appreciate you, and you're doing great things. And I'm here for you and your team, too. He's got a great team, and it wasn't just him. It was also the work of his team. And so congratulate both him and his team for the success.
Here's the funniest thing. Shark Tribe, Jaime's team, who's like 4 levels down, actually earned more money than myself on the leaderboard. It's to have someone make more money than you is very inspiring, which means I need to step my game up.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. 52? Say 52,000.
Wait, you made 52,000 this month?
So I would make that in a year as an engineer. When you first 5 years, you make about 50,000.
What'd you make last month?
I don't know. How much do you make?
40?
45, 40, 44.
That's a good pattern.
Yeah.
Right? Not bad.
Yeah,
so, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Good stuff.
Thank you.
Everybody give him a hand again. Give him a hand again. So guys, by the way, anybody here who has not bought that coaching, there's only a few minutes left, and it's coming down. So lock in your spot, and we're going to help you create some change. We'll talk about that here in a second. But actually, I mean, we're pretty close to wrapping up. I mean, we've been sitting here for like 4 days. This is actually a pretty incredible experience, isn't it? I mean, I didn't even know I could talk for 4 days. I'm starting to lose my voice now. I'm glad I didn't do that screaming thing.
No, that wouldn't have been wise.
Yeah, that would not have been wise with the amount of videos I've been doing. And so thank you all for attending and being a part. Thank you for being a part of the Mastermind Online. Hopefully every single one of you has an event ticket. If you have an event ticket, actually put the comments up and just say, yes, I have an event ticket. If you have the coaching, tell us you have the coaching, and we'll just let those kind of go by as we begin to talk. Hold on a second. This is an amazing experience. I'm glad that you're here, Katie. You know, tell us if you bought the tickets to Unleash. I just want to know. You have an event and coaching. Congratulations. Got your ticket, Janet. Got your ticket. Congratulations. Okay. We've only got 2 other people still on the live stream. Oh, Dr. Wade, of course.
Dr.
Coaching
Wade.
Right. Who else has got your ticket and your coaching? You got your VIP ticket, Timothy Cochran. Congratulations. Right. All right, so cool. All right, I have no idea actually how many people are still. Oh, John. Hey, congratulations, John. We love you, man. Right? How many people are still on the live stream? I have no clue. I mean, it's super late in the night. How many people we got?
Like 800.
Really? That's freaking incredible.
How many?
Like 800 or 900 are still on. It's like midnight.
That's awesome.
Not 800 or 900 people don't have the coaching. You only got a few minutes left. I mean, we should have 700 and more sales is what we should have, you know, but we'd have to close the cart if you all buy, but I encourage you to get it before the time runs out. And if you're not all in, obviously, do that first, and then you can get access to the coaching. So give everybody a hand who's going to buy the coaching. Who's going to buy it, right? So We're diehards. Hey, I'm diehard too. You guys are incredible. Well, you have no idea how long we'll go. It could be 2, it could be 8, it might be 20 minutes, right? But we're at least going to go until the time's ran out.
We're here with you, brother. We're here with you.
Hey, but tonight also the event ticket price is going up. So if you don't buy your ticket, right? Live from Portugal. Give them a hand. Give them a hand. Right, give them a hand. All right, they have coaching too. Connie Gasson, congratulations.
All right.
Congratulations. Gene, you bought 2 tickets. Congratulations. All right, so guys, let's change gears just a little bit because we want to wrap up, however long that might take.
And let's go ahead and change this out here for just a minute.
Yeah, but you guys, everybody on the internet, you can participate too.
Oh, yeah. We want you around. It's
Yeah.
going to be super cool.
So stick around unless you don't like cool stuff. And so, I think in the last section, some of your attention was waning a little bit near the end there. You're watching like all those sales videos back to back to back to back to back to back. I'm actually impressed because we have like the most ADD crowd ever. You know what I mean? That you guys could stick around through that whole thing. So give yourselves a congratulations for sticking around. Like, you got some endurance, but who learned a lot from watching that, right? And that's the thing, guys, is it's like listening to the Inner Circle when you see me do that, and you're like, oh, you know what I mean? That's just like when you're like, gosh, you know what I mean? I'm making this really complicated, And actually, it's that simple. You know what I mean? That's how I sell on Hangouts. It's how I make sales videos. It's how I do everything. I just go through and make sure I hit all those points. And sometimes I forget 1 or 2 of the points or whatever, but I hit them most of the time. You know what I mean? And then I just keep making things better and better and better and better and better. And the cool thing is, if we focus on our core, right, we're gonna restore the community to bigger than it used to be, and we'll be better because we've got more resources now. We've got better staff now. We actually test things now. I actually understand what that means, and so we can just keep getting better and better and better and better every stage of the process. So Justin, how much you make this month so far?
50-something thousand, 50 or 50.
How much was your income last month?
43.
Not a bad increase. Give him a hand. He was actually showing me. He showed me his stats, right? And he said, "You see, I told you I'd make over 50,000 this month. Speaking your world into existence, my friend." So I just want to see you make another million, but this year in 2016, another million 2016. Yeah. Cross $1 million this year, 2016, right? Cross $1 million this year, right? 2016. You guys need to cross $1 million, right? We're gonna have a bunch of people. Paul Hutchings, you need to cross $1 million this year, right? There's a whole bunch that are close, right? And if you guys lock into these concepts, right, somebody could literally get in now, really get aggressive, and make $1 million this year too, right? And obviously, guys, see our income disclosure. It's late at night and I'm rambling, so don't take this as anything but rambliness. But I really believe in what we're doing, and I believe that we're doing things in the right way. Who here feels like the energy has just changed over the last few days, big time, right? Darren Hanser, he came up to me and he's writing our copy and stuff. And he's like, man, reactivated by Inner Circle. So just give him a hand. Give him a hand. Now, after we give him a hand, punch him for not having it act. No, I'm joking. I'm just joking. And then we'll throw Kevin in the pool, right?
I think we need to end the event with that. You know what I'm saying?
or throw me in the pool for saying that so much. It's just karma. I kind of want to go in the pool, in the nude. I'm joking. Hey, how many of y'all on the live stream, you liked that intro last night and you were a little nervous when we started, but then thought it was funny, right? How many of you thought that was funny?
Yeah, let us know.
That was just outrageous, wasn't it? So,
Skinny dipping
and it worked. I mean, so we sold like 16 or 18 of those things, so it did work, and now it's just a matter of getting in the funnel. We have a baseline now, and we can test and we can prove it. But we have something that can bring people in for $1,000 price point. Who think that's cool? Yeah. I'm excited about that. Hey, you get less tire kickers at that level, and I think actually it'll convert about the same over time, honestly, is selling something for $7. That's what I actually think. But we'll see. So, testing, right? And so that's what this is about. It's about improving where we are and making our systems better all the time. Because if we realize what we have here, it's amazing. Right? Because it's not just like technical resources, team resources, it's not just financial resources, it's not just abilities, it's the collective talents, knowledge, spirit, energy, vision of this whole group, right? And that's really what Empower Network is. It's here to empower that, right? Which includes my vision, all of your visions, everybody together, Mars's vision, all the employees and their vision, right? All the people on the live stream and their vision. And so if we continue to be better and ask, how can we do that in a better way, in a bigger way, right? We'll just keep getting better. Our diamonds will keep making more money. Our golds will keep making more money. We'll keep creating new golds. We'll keep creating more silver boss makers, right? And you guys will just continue to progress through the ranks, and your incomes will expand, the incomes of your team will expand, and we'll fill bigger and bigger rooms, right? We got to get committed to that process and keeping things simple and keeping things focused as a team, because this is something that I've worked with a lot of people on, and a lot of people, they really don't get it for a long time, because you get online, and when you start doing things in a way that works, sometimes you start doing things also in a way that makes your team all centered around yourself and your personality, right? Who in here has done that at least one time, right? And that has some positives and some negatives. Some good things about it are you can go recruit a lot. Some bad things about it are you recruit a lot and nobody else does, right? And so you end up with a team that stops when you stop, and then you essentially have a slightly higher paying job than another high paying job, right? It's a high paying job and you got to work from your house, and so it's better than going to a corporation, but fundamentally your income is still tied to what you're doing, and if you stop, your income will generally stop, right? But if you don't make it personality based, and we all decide to put our personalities into a system in two respects. Number one, a marketing system, which is what? A system to create sales, upsells, and duplication. And number two, social systems, right, which is culture, right? And what are our social systems? It's the stuff we do together, right? The events like this, the live stream. It was really important. Look, you guys on the live stream, you're not any less for attending the live stream. You're just in a different place in your business. This is attending the events, okay? So, guys, and I really want to say this, it's just important for the new person who just decided to attend the event. You just made the right decision, and you're on the path to a great future. Let's all give them a hand for it. The events are the building blocks of our culture, right? From the live calls, the big hangouts we do together, all right, and also the live events that we have going on in Empower Network. You know, we didn't talk about a lot of the things that we've got going on in the background this weekend. We didn't talk about the Elite Club and all these hangouts we have going on the week, because the truth is I don't think we need them. I think that if we follow the process as a community, people will just buy stuff all the way through, and we could do a lot less live events. Because when we started Empower Network, who here was around for the first couple of years? Just raise your hand, right? A lot of you, right? The first couple of years, how many live things a week did we do, Justin?
One.
Yep. How many? How many?
One.
Yeah, how many? And we did $7 million a month like that. But everybody plugged into that one thing, right? And then occasionally we also did a hangout, right? Spontaneously, usually last minute in the day, I'd send an email out and say, you know, I was drinking a cup of wine and felt like getting together with right? I don't drink anymore, but you know, we can still have the same effect, right? I'll pretend. I'll just you know put you know purple marker on my teeth. You know, have the effect. But in any case, you know, we used to get out. Like, we used to get together sometimes at like 10 o'clock at night and talk till 2 in the morning, and then we'd do $200,000 in sales in a few hours, right? Why? Because the teams did all that stuff. See, I believe that if we have one central thing in our culture, we have a process that works by itself as a process, all of us are more free, we could create a lot better culture, a lot better duplication. That makes sense to everybody in here?
Yeah.
If we have people listening to the Inner Circle all the time, we don't need 8 hangouts a week, right?
Right.
So we'll leave those things going in the background for a little bit, and then we'll turn them off as soon as we find they're unnecessary, because we don't want people all the time on webinars 4 hours a day if we can avoid it, right? We want people to be free. Does that make sense? So that's what this event is really all about, is putting freedom and leverage back into our community by putting a process in place that works and making sure everybody understands that process. So if we all follow that system together, it'll work better the more that we do it. And all the calls will become more powerful, they become more packed, right? And our events will get bigger because people will just be going through a process that pre-frames them that everybody who's serious that goes to the events. And that's true, they do. And if you don't have your tickets, the ticket price is about to increase, or it's already increased, and the coaching is about to disappear. I just want you to know and be aware of that, hyper aware, because there's only a few spots left. So that goes into where we are now in vision, right? And this is kind of where I wanted to end the night, is by tapping into the bigger vision for us all, right? See, I believe, and I might not see things necessarily the right way all the time, but it's like real vision comes from someplace that's not yourself. Does anybody here know what I'm talking about? Right? You know, when I start, a lot of people come up to me. Mars says things like this to me all the time. He's like, you like channel something weird, dude, when you're talking. You know, because I don't plan or anything. I mean, this is the extent of planning I do, is like that 12-step process. I'll fill in like 2 spots and then just start talking, right? And then what happens is I start talking and I feel like this energy kind of move through me, like when Paul's talking, same thing, and I just start talking from it, right? And I just talk until kind of, you know, the energy's not there, and then I stop, right? And sometimes, like, I'll talk for 3 hours and be like, I'm done. You guys seen me do that on the stage before? Yeah, it's because it's like the inspiration leaves, and then I'm like, okay, I'm finished now, and then I'll just walk off the stage, right? And so tonight we'll probably end somewhere along those lines, whenever that happens. But that's literally how I do things, right? So, you know, Proverbs, it says, where there's no vision, the people perish, right? And I really believe that. And what we've experienced in Empower Network over the last, over the last while has been not really everybody being caught up in the vision, right? Because when you're caught up in the vision, it's like you work and it's like it's out of control, you know what I mean? You just do it because you want to do it, right? And it's like you're in the right place at the right time all the time, you know? And that really is a powerful experience. Any of you who have been around when you've been building like that, even if it's not here, right? Who in here has experienced something like that where you're just kind of building and things are out of control, they're growing so fast, and it's just like you almost can't even keep up with it? Who in here has been around that before, right? Whether it's here or somewhere else, right? When you do that, it really is just wild to be around, right? And the cool thing is when you get into the right emotional space and the right spiritual space, right, you really can open up things that I believe are just, it's like it's divinely guided. That's how I feel about it, right? Because I look back at the things that happen in Empower Network and they're just ridiculous, right? You know, Aaron Rashkin was telling me that out in a hallway or something like that the other night, and he was like, dude, it's amazing this company is still around. And I was like, you bet it is, right? And he's like, it's anointed. I was like, sure, why not? You know? And so I really believe that this has a bigger purpose than just, selling shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, really, right? Because, I mean, selling shit is fun, you know what I mean? And but it's more fun to inspire people, right? And so I always say that we bring people in for a get money message, and we keep them in for the community and the inspiration and the personal growth. We get them in for what they want to get, and then they realize what they really want is they want to grow, they want to expand what's on the inside. Does that make sense to everybody in here? Right? So I really believe that if we take these principles that we've really, really absorbed in the community this weekend with all of you on the live stream, that we're going to come back to this next event, and we will have the biggest event we've had in quite some time. Now here's what I believe is possible. I believe it's possible to step right into an event with more than 3,000 people, right?
Yes.
That's possible. Now the question is, will we do it, right? Because you don't always do the capacity of what's possible. Who in here knows that, right? We've talked about it this week. You know, I like that jump rope thing that you said, where you go around this much and you should have been that far over there, because sometimes we get in the self-sabotage cycle, and that's why we don't move on. I've done it. We've all done it, right? This isn't about accusation. It's about realization and realizing that we can be further ahead in the future if we're just willing to lock into simple things that can help us get those bigger results. If everybody on this live stream, everybody in this room, just does literally a new member coaching with everybody they bring in and our numbers stay the same, we would literally from that bring 3,000 people to the next event, right? Nothing more. Right? If everybody did what Lawrence did to promote this event for the next 3 months, and they won't, that's the thing, right? But if they did, we could bring 10,000 people in 3 months. It could grow that fast, right? Because we're just working together, each one to reach one every day, right? And so this really is powerful. And there's some new powerful things as we step into this next month. Refer 3, get yours free, right? The whole community can get inspired. Everybody who's on here, if you go out and you get 3 active subscriptions on all the products, it's like they have a free business that can pay them hundreds of thousands a month, like our Mormon friends so eloquently described over there, right? And literally, that can change people's lives because all of a sudden they're in the business long enough, right, to realize what potential it has. And that's the real purpose of things like the inner circle and the culture. It's to keep people inspired, engaged, and learning for a long enough period of time, right, to where they can actually have a breakthrough. Because they don't always have it in an instant. You know, sometimes people don't have it for 2 months. Sometimes they don't have it for 2 years, right? Hopefully they're more fortunate and they have it faster. But if they don't stay in long enough to create that breakthrough and they quit right before it happened, it's like me in 2009. What if I had quit when I wanted to quit a month before I broke through? 30 days before. And the breakthrough wasn't the $30,000 a month. The breakthrough was $3,000 a month, right? The month before I made like $7 or something, and I wanted to quit, right? Why did I make $7? I sponsored your sponsor, right? And actually got coded to the wrong sponsor. They put him back under me, but paid the commissions to the other guy, right? So I only made $7 that month. But how much did I really make that month? How much sales has his organization done is how much I've made. $30 million in sales come from that $7 month. But what if I had quit? He wouldn't be here for sure. He would have found something else, somebody else with a vision and a dream. And that's the importance of maintaining a vision is that you'll keep people around long enough. How long did it take you to have your breakthrough, Paul? 6 months? A year? A year. And then you sponsored the next year, what, 300 people? Yeah. Okay. How long did it take you to have your breakthrough once you got around the community, Justin? It was not too long, but like 6 months?
Yeah, well,
8
30
months?
days from the event is when we had an astronomical breakthrough. But it took years of struggling in network marketing before I found you guys to have a big breakthrough.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll get the mic. We can pass it around. The importance though is culture keeps people around. Systems get people in. Right? Getting people in is like 10% of the business, and it seems sometimes like the hardest 10, but it really isn't. Getting people in is easy once you know what you're doing. Now, those of you online who are mad at that, trust me, you will know. Getting people in is actually easy and simple to do once you learn it. You'll just do it every day, 2, 3, 4, 5, 25 people a day, right? And so the all-in expires in 5 minutes, and the next level breakthrough closes in 5 minutes. And by the way, just so you know, it's okay if you pay the increased price for the all-in, but you can't get the next level breakthrough if you don't buy right now. So go ahead and click the button and lock that in. For a couple of minutes, why don't we talk a little bit about that, and then let's talk about vision, because I want to make sure as many people as possible get into that group, because, guys, this is going to be a breakthrough for all of us. And so you want to talk a little bit about it?
Yeah, I do. The thing that really has been on my mind since a few minutes ago when we first started coming up here is that I know that there are some of you right now that feel like you want to do it. Now, there's a bunch of you that don't actually even want to be in that group. You're not ready for it. It's not the right time. And I'm not talking to you. But right now, we've got just a couple of minutes left. And I know that there's a couple of you out there that are just right on the fence, and what you're debating is this going to be worth the money and the time that I'm going to invest? And if that thought is running through your mind, there is a good chance that this is one of those decisions that will define the next few months of your life. And the question is will you act on what you believe you know to be true, or will you let another opportunity to break through pass? And we'll love you either way. But if you're feeling the call inside, right now is the time. I remember a few years back, my wife and I were looking at a coaching program, and we wanted to have a big breakthrough in our own lives. And we had a bunch of stuff going on. And we were right there, and it was a lot of money. It's like, I think that one was $5,300 for like 6 coaching sessions, right? And we knew that we felt the tug that was pulling us in that direction, and at the same time we were afraid, because that for us at the time it was a lot of money, and we made the decision to go in and to buy, and it was one of the best things that we ever did. I pledge that when you come on in, we'll give you everything we got, and I know that we've got support from the Diamond team. We just set up a call where we're going to be planning, and we're going to be harnessing the best of what we have to give you everything that you need. So I don't know if you want me to talk a little about details or about some of the things we have in mind.
How much time is left? 2 minutes?
3 minutes.
3 minutes. After 3 minutes, I mean,
Yeah.
that's all they got left to make a decision, so we might as well make sure they understand why they need to do it if they're the kind of person. And like Will said, if it's not for you,
It's not a big deal.
Yeah,
we
we're
want
not
you in,
talking-
actually.
Yeah. We're talking to the people who they're ready to have that breakthrough, and you're sitting there, you're on the fence, you feel
Your credit card
nervous.
might even be out, literally.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Have you ever done that? You've like sat in front of the computer with your credit card out?
I have
and you're
done
like,
that. Yes.
Yeah, and you're like this, right? And there's a little knot in your stomach, okay? Or maybe it's up in your heart. Yeah. But then your heart's also beating, right? Because you know that there's something coming. So if you're really, if that's you, this is one of those moments. And is it your time? If it is your time, let's do it. If it's not, really, put the credit card away, right? But if it is your time, make the decision, and it's gonna be something that changes you forever. It's gonna be powerful. It's gonna be really, really powerful.
Let's put the chat on here real quick, and I just want to see if there's anybody that's just making a decision right now to lock it in. There's only 2 minutes left, and so who in here is making a decision to do it? Just say yes, and then we'll read out your name. We want to recognize you and celebrate you here for a minute.
Linda says I got it not.
I got it. I'm ready. Kelly Camp, congratulations. Well, okay, already done. Right, Richard, congratulations. Nadia, congratulations. Janet, Dr. Wade, congratulations. Sherry, congratulations. Right. Stephanie, congratulations. Todd, congratulations. Definitely your time, Connie Phillip. Just purchased, Lance Summer. Congratulations, time is running out. David Kelby, you have it. Hey, Jake Saxton. Congratulations. Mark Dale. He's awesome. 30 seconds left. 30 seconds left. You got to buy it right now. You got it earlier. I didn't even know what I was buying. Congratulations, Britta. I didn't know what I was buying, and I got up and bought it. Congratulations, you bought something good. Right?
Yeah, got it.
Right.
Great job.
So, all right, cool. I think, are we out of time, or is there a few seconds left?
Wow.
Okay, 2. All right, we got, okay. All right.
We're good. So we welcome those of you that made the decision. Yeah.
So vision. So Will and I wanted to run everybody through a process to just tap into vision, right? And this is kind of what's happened to me over the years. Is I have like these weird moments where I get like inspired, somehow. That's actually how Empower Network came to be. I was walking to the mountains and like all the ideas flooded into my head, literally all at the same time. I don't even know if it took a second, right? Which is kind of an interesting, strange experience. You know what I'm saying? This is how I created the new comp plan too. It was like once I was sitting there and I was like, how should this be? And it was like, I was like, oh, okay. I wrote that down. It took me 10 minutes to write down, and then the coder took like an hour to understood it, and then nobody else understood it till this weekend. But it's good, isn't it? It's good, right? And so we want you guys to get a big vision. I really believe we will create 100 millionaires a year. And Tracy was asking me, she's like, is that still a vision? I say, yeah, I don't really care how long it takes. We'll hit it, and that'll be a point. That'll be a snowball of momentum that'll continue and get bigger, right? As we get bigger and bigger and bigger and step into the future, right? I believe we'll do it. Do you guys believe that we can do that if we're just consistent? Have a dream, you speak it, and you just continue to do it, and you don't quit. People come and go, and the crowds will just get bigger if you continue to grow, right? So let's run them through some stuff to tap into vision.
Absolutely. So we're going to do some processes here that are going to be aimed at connecting you.
You guys cool with this, by the way? It's like past midnight and we're still talking? Yeah. Okay, all right. Let's do it. The staff is like, no. All right, sorry to interrupt.
Well, no, it's good. So, Dave and I have talked a number of times about this, and I've talked with other people that I see that just go out and have this massive effect. I was about 19 or 20 years old when I first met my first person that just spoke from this place of mind silence that just radiated out like like a wave. And it was something that I'd never really seen before. And since then, I've had the fortune of meeting about a dozen people that can do that on a really consistent basis. And it's become something of a fascination for me. And there have been moments when I've also experienced that. And so I started to look at the structure of how it's done. And the thing that I'm convinced about, the thing that Dave and I have talked about in our conversations, is that when that happens, it happens from a place of silence inside. And there's this quiet place on the inside. Or some people describe it as a little point of light, right? Or a large point of light on the inside. And as people do this through modeling, I found that the first thing they do is they connect with that silence, or they connect with that light, wherever they experience it. Some people experience it right behind the heart, and others experience it in a point in the mind. My brothers often talked about feeling a silence in the mind. And then from that point of silence, speaking from there and having it flow through the belly, right? And connecting with the crowd. And so what we'd like to do for everyone here in the audience, but also everybody at home, is we'd like to help you connect to your own silence for just a few minutes. Okay, and then we've got an exercise planned. Yeah, but something that also was downloaded. Downloaded during a meditation period. Yeah, earlier today. And so we've got something powerful planned. And so just for a moment, before we get started, everyone drop down inside and set the intention. Set the intention to be able to connect with your own inner silence. Or if it resonates more with you, with your own inner light. Take all the time you need. And when you have that as an intention set, open your eyes and look at me. And at home, go ahead and do the same. Just drop down inside and find that silence. And set that intention. Okay? That's right. And now, I'm going to run you through a little exercise to connect with what I'm going to call the divine. But for some of you, that's probably not quite the right word, right? You might say your highest self or your best self, or you might say a higher power, or you might say the universe, or however you want to refer to it. And that's fine. I'm going to say the divine, and you can make the translation in your head. Is that all right? Okay.
Yeah.
And so, for a moment, just go ahead and close your eyes. And start by centering your attention in your awareness. It's a little meditation process that I call the CAPE process. Just center your attention in your awareness. Eyes open, eyes closed is fine. For many people, they'll find that centering into the breath is a powerful experience. Others may do it another way. Then bring your awareness from the top of your head all the way down to the tips of your toes, becoming fully aware of everything that is you. And becoming present to the present moment, to right here, right now. Perhaps by focusing in, again, on your breath or your breathing. Allowing the breath to be an anchor into the present moment. Now reach out with your awareness, and with your hearing, just reach out and see what else you hear besides your own breathing, besides my voice. Here in the room, there's a fan. Maybe other noises. Just with your awareness, reach out as far as you can. And before we connect with our vision, if there's anything left that you have to let go of now, just get ready to do that. But first, invite into your awareness the divine. Or invite into your awareness your highest self or your higher power, however you want to refer to that, whatever resonates best with you. Just invite that into your awareness and notice that you have a sense of presence that emerges. Some of you will see an image. Some of you will hear a sound. Some of you will feel a feeling, get a sense. Some of you will just know in a way that you're not quite sure how you know. Give me a little head nod when you form an awareness of the divine. That's right. That's right. Before we form a connection to create silence, to connect with something beyond us all, drop down inside and find if there's anything left that you need to let go of before you fully connect to the divine. Anything that's been on your heart or your mind, any last little bit of a place you've been holding back, something you haven't even wanted to talk about or touch for a long time. And just scan your body and bring your awareness to that for a moment. And notice it has a size and a shape and a texture inside of you. And notice that there's a color, perhaps a symbol that represents that thing, that thought, that feeling. And then send that into the divine. That's right. And allow it to dissolve into the divine. And when it's completely dissolved, nod your head and let me know. That's right. Now, from the source or from the divine or from your higher power or from your highest self, however you think about that, just invite a gift to come to help you to move forward. A gift to help you to unlock your inner abilities and your inner strengths. A gift to help you move forward on your own journey. A gift to unleash the amazingness that's inside of you. And notice what comes back as you also invite that gift inside of you to become a part of you, a part of who you are and what you are. And when that's done, nod your head. That's right. And now, whether it's your higher power, or whether it's the divine, or whether it's your best self, just invite that to become a part of you. To drop down into your mind and into your heart, into your soul, in a way that you fully connect now with the divine. The divine within joining the divine. And nod your head when that's done. And now focusing on that point of light or that point of silence or whatever it is that's inside of you now, allow your awareness and attention to drop fully into that. And when you feel aligned with it, when you feel centered in it, when your awareness is resting in it, open your eyes and make eye contact with me. Also giving space for the people around you that need another moment or two to fully connect now. One more time now. For those of you with eyes open, close your eyes. And drop down into that space, and from a space beyond, fully connected to the light. Ask for a higher vision for you, for your team, for those around you, for your families, and for your best friends whom you do not yet know, for your best teammates who you have not yet recruited, and for the thousands, perhaps hundreds of thousands, perhaps millions of lives that will be directly or indirectly affected by everything that you are and do. Every life touched changed. And when an image, a symbol, or an idea appears in your mind that represents that vision, open your eyes and once again make eye contact. And let me know what it is. Let me know that it is that you found something, that there's something there. And when you can find that and connect to it, here in a moment we're going to ask some of you to speak from that place and to share what it is that you see. But first, Dave, what do you see?
I had an image come into my mind where it was actually interesting. Remember our Get Money event? There was that like fist with money, and there was this giant auditorium that came into my mind. And standing on the stage was Rui.
Right now, what I see is I see a man and a woman who are struggling. See them quite clearly. And there's a cloud of darkness over them. But then I see Mike. And he finds them. And there's a light burning inside of him. And from the cloud of darkness, they turn towards him and they see a light. And then a little spark leaps over into their heart. And in that moment, they remember who they really are. And the light turns into a blaze that affects hundreds of thousands of people all over North and South America. I see a light that's turning into a wave. Who else sees something here in this room?
I just saw when you were talking about Mike, like a flame light up.
Everything behind you moved up when I finished that. It was like shifting behind you. And it just stood out clearly. Sorry. After you just said that, like everything behind you kind of like shifted and you were more clear, as if, you know, focused in on you more. I feel like my voice changed, actually.
Yeah.
Weird, but cool.
Cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Stand, turn, and speak.
I actually see two images as far as symbols. The light I see here. The images that I see are a bullhorn, like a megaphone. And the other one is like a light torch that a light bearer would carry. And so they popped in my head, and then immediately I saw like a gate or door where all the people on the other side of that door were banging, banging, banging. banging, banging, banging on the other side of that door. And we were covered in money. We were smiling. And as they were banging the door, we were fighting so hard to open the door for them that they were piling in, trying to grab the money simultaneously as we were throwing the money to them. We weren't holding the money to ourselves. We were giving them the information. We were giving them the knowledge. We were giving them all the resources that they needed to be on this side of the door. And all I could do is use this bullhorn and scream and say, more is coming, more is coming, more is coming, more is coming. And as people began to kind of come through the door, there's a little area where there's this torch. I can't see who's holding. I don't know if it's in a stand or what, but there's like a little hallway, and I see the torch. And as people were coming through this flood of money, as they got to the light, they would just fall to their knees. I don't know what that part means, but it's here because I feel like my gift is in my voice. Some people can use it to sing, but I feel like I need to be on this bullhorn, letting people know that there's no limits to any of it, that we're all here, and we're more than happy to give them what they need, so long as they're willing to follow the light.
Who else saw something? Had an image come into your mind? Rui, come on up.
I saw this flame that was floating in my hand, and then when you're talking about family and friends and other people all over the world, I just saw that thing. It represents like abundance and joy at the same time, and all good things. And as I was passing it around, it was multiplying, and like in a moment when I got aware of it, it was all over. You know, like the world was filled with these little lights all over the place. This was it. I don't know exactly what it means, but it was really inspiring to me.
Awesome. Give him a hand. Come on up.
I just kept seeing like the actual images of faces of kids that I've seen on mission trips, like in Africa and Bolivia, and they're just distinct faces were just popping up in my head the whole time. And I mean, that was enough for me. So.
Awesome.
I had a vision, and it was actually a little touching, because as you brought us down and I went down, I kind of went back to my younger self. I kept seeing myself as a boy or teenager or something, and I had a gift that I'd given to someone special. It was about this big, and it was round. It was made of wicker, and it was a pillow from another country. And I gave it to someone. And then I saw it being given back on a stage, but it wasn't given to me. It was given to a whole bunch of people. And it was just there. And somehow I knew everybody was going to it. And it was really cool.
As you spoke that, I saw an image of you standing on stage in front of 6,000 or 7,000 people, a huge auditorium of people, talking about the lives of the people that you've touched. You have a gift inside of you. It's time to wake it up completely, all the way, and to let it shine. Come on up.
I felt a light here, and at the moment that I was asked to identify the gift, I could see a gift, like a package wrapped in gold foil, very, very shiny and bright, but I couldn't tell what was in it. Then I got that feeling of like nervous in my stomach here, and that turned into a green disc, and it extended out onto a platform. And a beam of light came down, and I could feel it come down here, but I could also see it in front of my eyes, and illuminated that green disc, and on it was a plastic bag filled with rice. And I could tell that the rice was endless.
Thank you.
Hey, just as you were talking, I saw like there's some sort of like black shadow or something, like a weight you've been carrying, and I just feel like it's time to let go and really step into who you are.
Okay, we had a couple. We had one in the back, and then we'll go over to here to chat. Come on up.
I finally saw what everyone else sees. Fuck. I finally saw what everyone else sees.
What did you see?
Mike, give you a hug first. And Mike's down. I've been stuck for around 4 years. Finally, the last month, everything that I've done has actually come into reality. All the work, all the effort, everything this last 30 days, I can't explain. I actually see myself as the person that, when someone says to me, like Mark, I was talking to Joe. We did that thing yesterday. Everything he told me was I've talked to Joe maybe 5 minutes over the last couple of years, and he said everything that that has shifted, like word for word. I can't explain it, but I finally feel and actually believe and see myself, and can see and believe that. Not just say, yeah, I'm great and I can do all this, but actually believe and am open to receiving everything that I'm built for. Yeah. And that's due to just being open and willing to receive. Right? And to do the work that's necessary. And with that, I've released so much baggage. And the second I did that, literally, everything has been pouring into me. Money, health, people. It's like a flood.
Thank you. Hang on.